It's a Sunday and we're streaming. And it's the theme song for the stream.
It's catchy. That's what I like about it.
Stream. Cool. I see everything. Everything looks good.
That's good, because I've already dropped some frames, so that's good.
Oh, that's exciting.
It is exciting. I really love when I drop frames immediately.
Yeah, it's really fun.
It gives you that feeling of, oh no. I hope this
Yeah,
doesn't continue throughout the
you
entire...
said you like to be scared.
Right. I love that feeling of, oh no, I hope this whole thing goes to complete trash and I feel terrible about the stream looking like crap.
Nope, everything looks good on my side.
That's good. I've only dropped 92 frames in about a minute of time.
That's pretty good.
I've done
Considering
worse.
that you're probably going at like 30 frames a second.
Yep. The percentage is slowly going down. Only 4.5 overall.
That's good. That's good.
We just dropped another 12 frames.
That's alright. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. I'll just tell you if it looks bad.
Just don't look. Just don't look. And look at our save file name.
Locatified is totally a word.
How could it not be?
Also, a whole lot of doing makes me laugh too.
And of course, I wish there was more dialogue.
Yeah.
I certainly have some unique save file names. At least I think.
I think you do a great job at saves.
Oh, thanks. It's good to practice safe saving.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
So I remember you did the letter swap puzzle last time.
I mean, that's what the Locatified is even from, so.
Yeah. So we could follow the directions on that.
Locatified, of course, having to have 3Ds in it.
Mm-hmm.
As is proper spelling.
You can't choose on the spelling.
Game just loads and then Lucas is staring at me. How do I smack him? Nancy!
Haven't done that.
It's the final stare down. Do 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 do. Boo do do boo boo.
Yeah.
Still have to do that.
Still have to do that.
Haven't done that.
Well.
Hi.
I am being hosted by Christy.
Hi, Christy.
Hi, Christy. Thanks for the host. I appreciate it.
Where is the security booth?
I can't just tell you that.
I don't have time to play games right now. I really need to know where the security booth is.
Sorry, can't tell.
Thanks for shouting out, Christy. And howdy. Hope you're doing well, Christy. I take it he doesn't want to tell me where the security booth is.
Yeah. You gotta find it yourself.
Thanks. See you later.
See you later.
Hi, friends. Long time no see.
Gamers?
Hey, gamers. It has been a while. Hope you've been well. It's good to see you. Here comes a real chatty Cathy.
Hi, Nancy.
I'll let you
go.
go. Bye.
See you later.
Boy.
If you want to, you can look at the paper that you did.
The paper that I did?
The puzzle paper that you solved, and see what it tells you to do.
I don't want to play the Glockenspiel, though.
Notes are hidden around the castle. You have to find the notes. There's the list of locations on the paper where you can find all the notes.
Girl abducted, dead animal, claw marks, sightings, footprints. Glad it's going okay for the most part.
I'm doing okay as well. I'm really in the mood for a cup of tea, so I might make myself a cup of tea soon.
Oh boy, the musical notes quiz.
Did you see the list of locations on that puzzle sheet?
Like, the one that has the dead animal and claw marks and sightings, or the different one?
The one that you solved,
Oh.
there's a list of locations on
Oh.
there where you can find
Okay.
all the musical notes.
Gotcha. Upstairs portrait of the young lady. Spin moves.
Spin moves!
I knocked on the door instead of just going in. I'm polite. Now I'm going in.
I ain't waiting for nobody. And Lucas is just sitting there anyway, not being useful at all to the people knocking on the door.
Classic Lucas. Do, 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 do.
This must be one of the musical notes I need.
G. Oh, G's great.
She is great.
Do, 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 do.
So G is the note for the upstairs portrait.
She's a true G. That's how I'll remember it.
Yeah. Are you making notes?
Should I?
No, I mean I have them, so.
V lurked in one of your tag team bids with Holland. That doesn't seem to give you a hard time. No, it didn't.
That dungeon! I'm so glad that game is over. Temple of the Ocean King is the worst Zelda dungeon. I'd rather do the water dungeon in Ocarina of Time 40 times.
I don't know where the florist is. Hallway bookstand. What are these nonsensical
Oh, the
places?
florist initial?
Yeah.
You can find information about the florist in the gift shop.
Ah, crap. I have to go back to the gift shop. It's
Where
not-
your favorite girl Anya hangs out.
she never shuts up. Grimm's baddies. Pretty sure that's a florist.
Oh, actually, I think I just told you the wrong thing. Hang on.
Yeah.
It's been a hot minute since I've played this game. I don't want to pull another 5 rock situation.
Oops. I accidentally bought a postcard.
Oh. Yay! Um.
A great part of Spirit Tracks that you'll have to deal with, if you remember it. Because I think that's the only one you've beaten, right? Before you streamed.
Right.
A great part of that is how you have to blow into the DS for a certain part.
Woohoo!
Multiple times.
I vaguely remember that. Okay, the florist is one of the people that lives out in the courtyard.
Oh. Making me go see that awful woman, even though I don't have to.
What? Oh, Hanya, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I forgot what puzzle we were doing for a sec. And this game is not one of the ones I'm most familiar with.
It's okay.
That must be one of the hidden.
Trying,
notes.
I'm trying.
Oh, I see a D.
Yeah, I think that's
Is
it.
Is that the florist?
Yeah.
Okay. Do 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 do. Florist. My name is Florida. Florida. That's not the name of a person. That's the name of a state. Ooh, I saw a shiny.
Ooh, where
Money.
the shiny at?
Money.
Money, money.
Money. Hammer, thank you for the host. I appreciate it.
Hey, Hammer.
I knocked again.
So polite.
I can't stop knocking. I'm doing alrighty. How are you, Hammer? Thanks for shouting out, Hammer. Hallway book stand located. I need to find it. I need to find the hallway book stand.
So for the first time I played this game, I thought a book stand was the same as a bookshelf, and it's not.
That's good to know, because I'm almost certain I would have looked for a bookshelf if you hadn't said
Yeah,
that.
book stand and bookshelf are different things and I didn't know this until I played this game. And then it kind of made sense once I realized that, but yeah, just my brain assumed that it was the same thing as a shelf.
The more important question: what's a book? What's a book? What's a hall?
What book? What
What's
book?
What's a hallway?
A hallway is a long room that you typically just use for walking through.
Oh, that was a walkway.
It is.
Oh, God.
Words are hard.
Those sick movements that Nancy has available to her.
Spin, spin, spin!
Can you just imagine, like, living this game world and seeing Nancy come along and walk like she walks?
I would probably have her committed.
Like, don't worry, I can get it. Tank controls.
She also talks like a robot.
At least when she's moving.
That must be another of the musical notes I need.
I found it,
Yeah, found it.
I believe.
You did.
I found one of them at least. Whoa.
That does look like a little cozy reading nook.
I guess my only thing is that I'd always be wondering when people are like about to turn around or like pass by because it's just randomly in the hallway, and I can't see
true.
that far because I'm in
Yeah.
the book.
So you could potentially be like snuck up on.
Yep. It's a long or short passage that takes you to another room that is a short distance away.
That works.
A book stand? A book?
Yeah, that's it.
I knew that's what a book was.
I mean, books technically have passages in those books.
This is true. It's all coming together. We're solving a
And
mystery, but I don't know what the mystery
you-
is.
When you read a book, you are taken to another place.
Take a look. It's in a book.
It's reading Rainbow.
Yes.
I can't remember what I was gonna say next.
Guess that works for Book and Hallway. Yeah, it does.
There's a letter G on the doorbell. I bet it's another one of the notes I need.
Man, doorbell, way to rip off young lady and just be a G.
Oh, you asked what is the mystery of this game. The mystery of the game is what the heck is this monster? And why does he kidnap girls?
Oh,
He's
no.
apparently a gross creeper.
I feel like I think I already know who the gross creeper is. IRL.
Oh, yikers.
No, I was just joking. Like it's all coming together. We're gonna solve this mystery, but I don't even know what the mystery is. When we were just trying to figure out what a book was, that was the mystery.
He's probably just lonely. That's what all kidnappers should definitely use as their excuse.
Why'd you cut her up? Well, I was bored.
And lonely.
Hi, CJ. We miss you too.
You're sweet, CJ. You are missed. Are you streaming on Tuesday?
Thanks for shouting out, CJ. He is the proest of Nancy Drew players. Now I gotta remember how to get to the furnace. Cause I don't. Cause I get lost all the
It's
time.
down toward where Anya is.
I found it.
And then with it. Okay, great.
Your clues helped me immensely.
Thank you.
It's
That
found
will
it.
hold water for it.
Oh yeah, Will. I mean, I've used it in court and gotten off. I mean, oh.
Oh. You gotta find the letter in the furnace.
That engraving must be one of the letters that Lucas's dad was talking about.
Don't mind me. I'm just gonna leave this furnace wide open while I write down the letter A.
You want to know how many times the first time I played this game, I didn't know that one thing was a shield, and I just kept opening the furnace and dying?
9.
That probably is pretty accurate, actually. And I was like, how's Nancy supposed to see the letter if I just die every time? So then I thought I had to figure out how to turn the furnace off, and I spent a lot of time doing that, but...
And then you spent a lot of time just looking for, like, you go into the well, like, this water will turn off the furnace, because I'll throw water at it.
Yeah, that'll work. Okay, you got the 5 notes that you can play on the glockenspiel.
But now the truth is out. Uh-oh.
We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We got all 5 letters. Play the
snake.
glockenspiel.
I bet Lucas is behind this.
I found the old snake prank.
Heyo.
Looks pretty young to me. I'm glad you covered the We Just Got a Letter because your singing voice is much better than mine.
Psh. But your singing is a treasure.
A priceless treasure because it's worth nothing.
Oh no.
I appreciate that, CJ. It's a shame I don't stream more often so you can hear it.
It's a shame you don't stream more often, period.
I almost streamed yesterday.
Why didn't you?
A little bit of Monica in my life, a little bit of Monica by my side, a little bit of Monica's all
Thank you,
I
CJ.
need. A little bit of Monica's what I
V
see.
can't even hear it.
A little bit of Monica in the sun,
But it
a
needs
little
to be
bit
done.
of Monica all night long. A little bit of Monica, here I am. A little bit of you makes me your man.
Ow!
Oh, thanks. Why didn't I? I don't know. By the time that I would have gotten set up, it would have been like 3:30, and I didn't want to go for like less than like 2 hours.
Fair enough.
Especially with like one of those RPG games that I have, and I just kind of want to go for 2 or more hours.
Yeah, I hear that.
What is the letter name of this note? B. Bottom. Have fun. I'm sorry I couldn't stay longer, but I was in the middle of something important. May the game gods bless your endeavors. Oh, thanks, gamers. I appreciate
Hi, gamers.
you being here for any amount of time that you can be, and I'll hopefully see you around more. Sorry for going quiet. I had to do something. Hello, everyone who came in. Oh, no problem, Christy.
Welcome back.
Glad to have you back.
You're getting all the letter notes.
I'm doing my best.
So that way you can play the spiel.
Listen to my beautiful symphony on the Glockenspiel.
Looking up something.
What are you looking up?
Clues.
Well, that's cool. And what are we looking for? It's always like to watch UV and Stars stream. We miss you too. I hope you're able to watch myself, V, and Storm a lot more. We miss ya. I don't know why Nancy doesn't just take the piece of paper. It's like, oh, there's just trash on the ground of somebody's test. Well,
Yeah, I don't know.
Guess I'll just leave it there.
Just leave the trash littering around. It's spiel time.
Am I supposed to play it in the order of the note?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so.
So, upstairs portrait, which is G. Then florist initial, which is D. Hallway book stand, which is B. Castle bell, which is G. And glass furnace, which is A.
I had it all written down, so I was okay. But
Oh, okay.
Thanks.
My bad.
It's cool. I appreciate it.
You found a secret doorknob!
Secret doorknob!
Secret doorknob in the wall. Where we at now?
Exactly. Let's look at the checklist. Oh. Do. Is this exploring the foyer?
Haven't done
Aw.
that. Haven't done that.
Haven't done that.
Still have to do that.
Oh, this isn't the castle dungeon? Ugh.
There's no power.
Did you say that about Lucas's picture?
Yeah.
His dad's head of security. It kind of makes sense.
You should have that picture facing the opposite way. There's no power. There's no power.
Gotta turn the power on.
Looks like I need a key. I wonder what this does. I have to
Something in
translate
your
that.
inventory already. And remember, you can use your German dictionary to hit words.
All I have to do is smack the book against it, then things are magically translated.
Yeah.
No dial tone. I guess I'll have to use the phone in my room. I should try that with my phone. Everyone must have an area of the castle to secure when the alarm rings. This could come in handy.
No, I wanted to translate Carl, because I don't know what that means. I hope the buttons make them explode. Oh, that'd be so cool. What does Carl and Anya mean?
So she said when you push the button, they have an area of the castle that they have to go secure. So, if you press it, they leave their area. Yeah.
I just put my phone on that area.
That's fine.
Good for me. Good for me. Well, I want to look at the pad of paper, Nancy. Nancy. Insert power key. Well, I already don't have that.
Are you sure?
No.
Okay.
But not for long.
Oh yeah, they don't stay away forever once you call them away.
They should.
They should leave and never come back.
That would make my life so much easier. I get it. I'm supposed to stab the power key area with the sharp shears.
Yeah.
I did it.
That's called being an electrician.
That's right. If you ever need to fix electrical problems, just stab the outlet with some sharp item. I'm helping.
You're helping.
And helpful. All stations and security guard must be fully powered up. Light shows green. Before CCTVs are operational, the system has a limited number of charges it can send before we send to initial settings. To send a charge, press any zap up button to change that button station on the security grid. Each charge increases a station's power reserve by 25%. When the charge fully powers up a station, light turns green, the charge continues out along all connections from the station to the next uncharged station, also increasing the reserve by 25%. Once all the powers on the grid are fully powered up, CCTV monitors turn on security tracking. I wish they'd give you more look around the office and the shop. That'd be nice. Oh well.
Looks like I need a key.
Looks like I need a key.
Look at the shape of the key.
Looks like I need a key.
Oh. I see it. I see it. I don't even remember
got
picking it up,
it.
but I did.
It was on the table out in the foyer.
Directions for how to use this somewhere.
Okay, now we gotta do zap up. So basically, you want all of them to be green. So you gotta pick a charge and it shoots out charges to everything else that touches it, and then things like that. So you want to hit a blue one because that will shoot charges into the others.
Gotcha.
And you have 5 clicks total. So you got 4 of them green. Nice. You got one more charge.
I blew it because I clicked the wrong button to start with.
That's okay. You could do it again.
There must be cameras
Power up.
throughout the castle. Is
Pow.
that Renata? What's she doing there?
Now you can snoop on people. Watch them on TV. I always feel like somebody watching me.
Don't worry, you don't have to tell me how to do that. I do this all the time. I mean, no, I don't.
Spooky. Spooky.
They reuse this puzzle in Daily Device? Interesting. Do, 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 do. I wish I could have just, like, zoomed in on any of these, unless I'm missing how.
I've never seen
On
that
what?
before. I wonder where
On
it
the
is.
screens?
Yeah.
No.
Done one. I can't imagine what that means. Probably dunes.
That's probably true. Carl just playing with his little dolls.
Classic Carl. Anya's not in the shop. That's cool.
Where's she at?
I don't know. I'm not finding her in any of these camera things.
Probably being annoying somewhere.
She's probably talking to Lucas for 20 hours.
Probably.
Alright, let's go.
Oh, you didn't look at the right side of the panel.
There's a right side? Oh, I have to play the stupid thing again?
No.
Oh, okay, that's good.
The
I see
doorknob's
I see the door now.
is
Never mind.
there. Okay.
I was just annoyed that I might have to play the the Glockenspiel again. It's not difficult. I'm just slow.
Looks like it's missing 2 dials.
But I want to type.
And then there's a piece of paper there you can read too.
I grabbed it.
Cool.
Requires 3 rotors
The
before.
rotors must be in place before use.
Man, Nancy's voice sure did change a lot there.
Maybe one day I'll be the voice of Nancy Drew.
You should. Once a different company other than her picks it up after her goes under. I mean, what?
Oh man, it's so sad.
I don't think I have the rotor thing.
No, you don't. But Nancy needs to know that you're looking for 2 rotors.
Ah, of course. I'll pick up trash on the ground and assume it's good. Or I'll pick up trash on the ground and I might need it later. These rotors don't look like anything important until I know they're important.
Yummy.
Yummy.
Sure.
Rotors are delicious. Give you lots
So
of
yeah,
give you lots of iron.
now you can choose if you want to snoop through Anya and Carl's things, because you can push the button to call them away. Snoopy time.
Anya's already back. It's disappointing.
Oh, I hoped you would stay away forever.
I guess I got ran a Lucas again. Is there a button to press on? There's my phone ringing. Is there a button I press on the security council to call them away, or is it on my phone now, or
in the security booth on those buttons?
I have to translate that.
No, you don't, Nancy. You already know what it says. It's so tiresome. Okay, so I guess I just pressed the button.
Yep, and then you can run over to where they are, their spaces, and they should be gone.
What was Renata doing with the clocks?
Whatever Renata wanted to do with the clocks, Nancy. Was I missing something that I can click on?
The clocks are the most important thing, and then I don't remember if you can look at anything on Anya's little desk.
Nancy, just break the lock. Nancy, it's okay. Just break it. Huh. Did I read this, or is this a different book?
That's a different book.
Looks like I'm reading it. Don't mind me, Anya. I'm just reading the book that you had while I'm standing behind your desk. He next told them how he was the king of the Golden Mountain and was married to a princess and had a son 7 years old. But the merchant said, that could never be true. He must be a fine king, truly. He travels about in a shepherd's flock. At this the son was vexed, and forgetting his word, turned his ring and wished for his queen and son. In an instant they stood before him, but the queen wept and said he had broken his word, and bad luck would follow. He did all he could to soothe her, and she at last seemed to be appeased. But she was not so in truth, and was only thinking how she could punish him. One day he took her to walk with him out of the town, and showed her the spot where the boat was set adrift upon the wide waters. Then he sat himself down and said, I am very much tired. Sit by me. I will rest my head in your lap and sleep a while. As soon as he had fallen asleep, however, she drew the ring from his finger and crept softly away, and wished herself and her son at home in their kingdom. And when he awoke, he found himself alone, and saw that the ring was gone from his finger. My God. That poor king of Golden Mountain. Was that all I can read from it? I guess so.
Yeah.
Nancy, now's the perfect time to loot the store. Or don't, Nancy. That's fine too, I guess. Renata's a little cuckoo. I can agree with that. Well, navigating's so much harder when you're a moron. Carl in charge of my days and my nights.
I thought it was Charles in charge.
It was, but I changed it to Carl in charge.
Oh, okay.
Because he is the Burgermeister. Charles is not the Burgermeister. That wouldn't make sense. Come on, V. Come on.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Carl in charge of my wrongs and my rights. And I say I want Carl in... I found my room. Carl in charge of me.
Nice.
It's hard to rush to a place when you forget where everything is.
This is a very confusing castle.
Hello, Anna. I don't have a musical command. I don't sing nearly enough to use it. I know, Carl's office is probably the the furnace room. I'm in a bad mood today for truly no reason at all. Someone slap me, please. I will never slap CJ. He means too much to me to ever hurt him.
What about a hug?
Isn't watching V and I do Nancy Drew a good substitute for a slap? A hug and a tasing. Leave out the tasing and you got yourself a deal. Unless I'm the one getting tased. I need a shock to my system.
Needs
I did it.
Cop?
I found the
We
way
need-
to the hallway. Oh, that's not what I wanted at all.
Do you need help finding Carl's office?
I'll find it. Probably.
Okay.
I hate this castle. I did it.
God.
And you didn't think I could. Way to doubt me.
I didn't say that.
I need a key.
I asked if you wanted help.
Doubting me.
You have a lot to look at here. Can look at a lot in his
Translate
office
that.
while he's gone.
So you decided to throw a festival. Congratulations! A festival is a great way to boost community spirit and to celebrate momentous occasions and or anniversaries. But now the real work begins, and Castle Cast is here to help make it happen with our Festival Planning for Beginners series. Here are some tips and tricks for the first-time festival planner. Begin by choosing a festival theme. Next, pick an appropriate date and venue. Verify that no other events are scheduled to take place on that date, and the venue is available. Announce the date early on to allow vendors, acts, and attendees time to prepare. Schedule a wide variety of activities throughout the day that will cater to your intended audience. It's a good idea to provide multiple overlapping choices to ensure that there's something for everyone at every hour of the day. Book a popular act to headline the festival, and schedule them in the largest venue at the end of the day. Carrot Top, got it. If there is an activity or a talk that you wish everyone to attend, schedule it immediately before the headline is in the same venue. Bring in local vendors is a perfect opportunity to support local business and introduce visitors to your area's specialties. Food vendors are a must-have. Promote your festival flyers, local news coverage, and cross-promotion at other events. Village Series is the best of the best. Well, this is how I should take to streaming. I just go to other people's streams and promote myself, right?
That's how it should work. No,
Yeah.
actually, don't do that. What you should do is go into people's streams and tell them how angry you are at what they're playing.
And how it's a ripoff of something else.
Yeah.
That's a brilliant idea. Make a truly unforgettable, plan a special surprise that will astound and amaze your attendees. Making your festival the one they'll talk about for years to come. That's it. I'll plot a murder at my festival. People will always remember my festival for the place that somebody got murdered at randomly. Pretty
Exciting.
Pretty smart. Follow these tips and tricks and you'll be sure to make your festival a success. No longer a beginner, see our Festival Planning Master Series for experienced festival planner. Okay. A lot to look at. A photo of Carl and that guy from Mrs. Doubtfire. I thought that was Santa Claus. I need to know how to plan a festival for beginners. It was important.
Oh my gosh, this game totally copied a book I read. It's plagiarism. I'm so mad I fainted. It's totally awesome.
I can't play this game
I'm
alone.
gonna solve. Oh.
Oh, Nancy, I relate to that. Sometimes I look at board games and go, I can't play this game alone, and then I'm sad.
Oh.
Anna knows. Anna knows how unbelievably frustrating it is to have something rip
This looks
off.
just like the picture in the raid guide.
I mean,
Must
she's
be
so
something
mad she
special
fainted.
about this painting.
I hope she landed safely on her bed.
What a strange place to keep a key.
Key. I wonder what that could go to.
Nancy, I'm shocked.
Well, of course, Burgermeister comes back at that point in time.
No.
Yeah, sure. Guess I gotta come back. It's breaking my heart to bag up styrofoam and plastic bags and killing it, but I don't know what else to do with it.
Yeah, can you put it into, like, recycling?
Gonna call Carl away again. Bye, Carl. Enjoy hanging out with the Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Christy, so I actually researched about that. The Ghost Dogs Moonlight cover art. And the movie that poster was made for is older than the game, but that poster was made after Ghost Dogs and Moonlight came out. So actually, whoever made that poster for Ghost Dogs and Moonlight ripped off Her Interactive. I did some like deep digging research.
What else are you supposed to do at work? Not do things like that?
What?
What else are you supposed to do at work?
Yeah, true.
It says Anya. Could it be for the shop?
No, it's the key to make Anya work. Oh, my dearest Mildred, not a day goes by where I don't find myself wishing that I could be with you in that mysterious, far-off place you call home. Alberta! It has been 3 years since your last visit here, and I wish more than anything that I could be part of your snow-covered world. That's beautiful. Just like the Little Mermaid.
Part of your snow-covered world.
Wow, what a ripoff of a part of your world by Little Mermaid.
I wanna be where the people are cold. I wanna see them in coats and scarves and gloves. Walking around on those, what do you call them? No shoes. I'm being a plagiarist.
It's true. I am so mad my blood is boiling.
Don't let your eyeballs melt out or anything.
Too late. I'll just have to read what this note says with my hand. It'll totally work on a computer screen.
What?
Because my eyes melted out, so now I have to use my hands to read.
Braille.
Right, because any text can be Braille if I believe hard enough.
Yeah.
Let's see, I think it's saying, I told the witch doctor I was in love with you. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, wada-wada bing-bang.
That is definitely the letter. There must be something important in this.
I think often of your invitation or how I wish I could explain to you why I could never be with you. You would think me mad. You would think that you just plagiarized something blatantly. But I know that I am not. It is too dangerous for you to know me. Dang. Here's a book that I don't know how to open.
We'll get to it. Forget you're timed.
I know. That's why I'm exiting the room. Well, her and I have to do. Okay, you read that part and I missed it until now. I missed for a second. CJ turned my phone off. CJ turned your phone off? I don't think styrofoam can be recycled in most places, as far as I know. There isn't any recycling in it at all here, anyway. Ugh. It's deliberately vague because it's funny. Appreciate the funny. Oh, I didn't know that. By the way, I got a pet, and it's a cat. What's your cat's name?
Cute.
When will you post pictures of said cat in a Discord that we're all a part of?
We wanna see the kitty, please. So we can decide just how many scratches it deserves, which is all of them.
That was a beautiful song.
Thank you.
I feel like we all learned a lot from it, too.
CJ's a Yorkshire Terrier. That seems fitting.
I named him Socks because it looks like he's wearing 4 pairs of... Hey, that's legit.
The cat is so cute.
Socks the cat. 4 pairs of socks. He has 8 legs.
Oh yeah.
Quite
So
right.
cute.
Why would Anya print these emails and keep them here?
Yes, it is your character who had to pick up and take outside. Gotcha. Total castle revenues have dropped radically for the 3rd quarter in a row. Yay! It's like Her Interactive wrote this email themselves. About themselves.
Hi, Pickers.
Dramatic action must be taken immediately. It is each employee's first priority to ensure that the castle reaches monthly financial goals. Send out emails about how the castle is just as good as you remember, if not better than the old castle that you visited. Should not have to remind you that we are a for-profit community. Remember this and act accordingly. Oh, oops. Financial situation has yet again failed to improve during the last quarter. Now it's time to take dramatic action. If the castle does not increase revenue soon, I will be forced to sell. I do not need to explain to you what this ultimately means to you. Figure out what must be done and do it. My patience is at an end. The castle must soon break even or turn a profit. Think of the tools at your disposal. We all know that the castle has a history, and not a very pleasant one at that. You must use the lore, the history of the castle, to get people through the castle gates. Travelers have their choice of many, many destinations. You need to find a way to let them know that a visit to the castle is an exciting and memorable experience. If you do not find a way to bring in more guests, you may soon find the castle on the auction block. That means your jobs and your homes depend on you attracting more customers to the castle.
I bet I could use this on one of the clocks.
Golly! Take the tape, Nancy. Or don't. That's fine too, I guess. Do do do. Nancy, make the clock work.
Yeah, I don't know where you like stick in the
Oh, here it is.
thing.
We
I don't remember what you have to set them to or how you figure that out.
That's okay. I'm just going cuckoo.
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Brilliant. Dr. Terra and V Budkey stream. Finally. Hey, Spartan. How's it going?
Hey, Spartan.
Good to see ya. I'm bored with the clock now. That and I don't really know what to do with it right now.
Oh, there's something else new in the gift shop.
Oh boy.
Near the clocks.
Oh boy, I'll go get my stuff. No, Nancy, turn. Oh my gosh, I hate.
Renata must have dropped this. I should figure out what it's for.
Did you find something?
I found something that Renata apparently dropped, and Nancy should find out what it's for.
Yeah, it's like a paper with a bunch of holes in it.
Yeah.
Cool.
How's it going, Spartan? And I look forward to seeing your kitty cat, Christy, after stream. Lucas, can you stop?
Hi.
Good socks.
See you later.
Bye, Nancy.
Bye, Nancy. Do, 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 do.
That's done. Did that. Did that.
Yeah. Phone rings. Oh
Monster
boy.
sighted on castle grounds. This is not a drill. Monster sighted on castle grounds.
This message will not repeat. Sweet.
Monster! Go check all the cameras!
Ah! Monsters. Monsters in the morning.
There's someone in the courtyard.
It's terror
It's the monster.
time
I better go see
again.
if I can track it.
Courtyard. Oh.
Okay, time to chase it outside.
So wait, she already saw it?
Think.
She said it's in the courtyard, so I guess I go into the courtyard, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta chase it.
Seems like a good idea. It's got you running through the night. It's
It's the monster.
terrifying
Fire
time.
time.
Slow down, you're going too fast.
It hasn't noticed me. I should try to get closer without being seen.
Oh, she does it herself.
Whoa! Oh no, I'm trapped.
Oh well, this is how I die.
Okay. Well,
I won! Nancy's doomed. Oh, that's a monster. I guess the ND game must be a horror game. Yep, that's right.
this is the spookiest I can get. Hey, Oscar.
Good to see you, Oscar. This is how I die. Igor, hungry. Sweet back shuffling, dude.
I screamed the first time he jumped in my face the first time I played this game.
Then I just, like, whatever, I'm going to the woods.
I was like, ah!
Smoke some pot or something.
What all the cool kids in the forest do.
What all the cool monsters in the forest do, because he's a monster.
I can't open it.
It's spoopy. Thanks for shouting out, Oscar.
Uh-huh.
This seems like not the best place to keep your key to this latch that you keep locked.
Yeah, exactly, Anna.
That's the monster that patiently waited for you to turn around. Yeah. Bright eyes.
Turn around every now and then I get a little bit
It
closer.
looks like that one lever is blocking the rest.
Turn
I need to see if
around.
I can slide it free.
I like how she just throws it on the floor.
It's the best.
So you've done these kinds of puzzles before in other games. It's just get the thing into the colored space.
Right. Am I supposed to get the green thing? I don't know what thing I'm trying
Yeah,
to
so you
get.
put the green above the blue.
Oh, okay.
And you can kind of see there's like a green shading there,
Okay, I see.
but it's kind of hard to tell.
Gotcha.
Hey, HS.
How's it going? So close.
You got this.
How's it going? How's it going? Thanks for shouting her out. I see I can't move the blue one at all, which is fine. Do do do. Do, 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 do.
It's a Kirby stream.
I love Kirby.
Kirby pretty fun.
Pretty fantastic. Let's see here. Move that there. There we go.
I
Oh, great. Another one shows up.
not.
It's going alright. I'm glad. I'm glad it's going alright. I hope it continues to go alright, at least. Do, do. Yeah, we just figured out Blue's Clues.
Blue's Clues. We just figured out Blue's Clues. We just figured out Blue's Clues. Cause we're really smart.
Close. Well, this certainly proves it was not my imagination.
Just my imagination. Nancy, go chase us a monster in the woods. Can you do that? Can you chase us a monster in the woods? That doesn't
Think
tell
you
me.
have to chase him? No.
Yeah, but can you?
I don't think you could. I don't think you'll unveil anything at this time.
But like nothing special happens if you do.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, that's lame.
I think the monster has currently disappeared.
How does a monster just disappear?
How does anyone just disappear? He probably deleted all his social medias.
Probably. And it's made new ones.
What's up?
I got stuck between the castle gates. Did you have anything to do with that?
Lucas, are you the monster?
But I did lock you up.
Are you the monster?
Remember that?
Lucas!
It wasn't that long ago.
Oh, yeah.
It was like a month ago. I don't know what you're talking about.
Bye.
See ya.
Nancy's really taking her time with this mystery. Been working at it for over a month.
Some mysteries take years
Hello
to
again,
solve.
Nancy.
Someone just trapped me in the gates out front.
What? What do you mean?
I saw the monster, and suddenly I was trapped between the castle gates. Who knows how to operate them?
Everyone. There's really not much to them. But you saw the monster?
Yes.
Are you sure?
No.
Yes?
Should we warn everybody?
No.
No. I'm not even sure it was really a monster.
Might have just been a
Good thinking. We
creepy
need to be
guy.
Sure. We need proof before warning everybody. Keep working at it, Nancy. I'm sure you can do it.
Was a creepy guy.
I don't know how to operate the gates in Pales. Well, I mean, I did that right away when the game started.
I'll let you go. Bye.
Bye, Nancy.
Burgermeister, do you have anything new to tell me? Please.
Hi, Nancy.
Well, let's just outright admit that we went through his desk, and by asking him who are all those letters to.
It looks like the monster
Tell me
had a
about all
target in mind when he attacked the
Personal letter
courtyard.
writing, Carl.
Do you think he's going after someone in particular?
No, I do not think that is the case. I wish it was, though.
Why's that?
Then we would know what to expect.
So, how did it go with Lucas?
I did not catch him in the act. I don't want to talk about it.
I'd really like to help with your character.
Now you should choose hero or monster.
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 Thanks.
Who are all those letters to?
What?
Sorry, I just sort of saw them.
No one.
Why write so many if you're not going to send them?
That is none of your business.
And then follow that up with, I'd like to play a round of Raid.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Totally did not dig into your information. Want to play a game?
I remember how you caught
Wiedersehen.
Remember how I caught you? How you caught me in the act one of the times? Well, I mean, I happened to see one of your letters by accident.
So long. Farewell. Wiedersehen. Goodbye.
Oh, hello, Nancy.
Well, don't sound so happy to see me, Renate.
Renate.
Rebate.
Granny rebate.
What were you doing in the shop?
I don't remember being in the shop.
But I saw you.
I'm sure you did. I'm an old woman. I can't be expected to remember everything.
Strange question. What were you doing in the shop? That's like asking, what were you doing in the bathroom? Like, none of your beeswax.
Plotting an assassination. I mean, washing my hands.
Gotta keep your hands washed.
It's important, especially now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. You're right.
Why would it matter what I do anyway?
You're right, it doesn't.
Has anyone tried to fight the
Has
monster?
anybody tried to just use a gun on the monster?
Seems like some of these girls could have used some help. Aren't there usually knights
That would
in
be a
shining
crazy
armor
plot
in
twist,
old
wouldn't
castle
it?
Stories?
Like
Yes.
a bullet from a
There
gun.
is many knights in shining armor back then. In fact,
She arrives on the
around
scene,
today.
a young
You
detective
know
who
what
doesn't
that
know the
really
meaning
means,
of
knight in
fear.
shining
When she's
armor.
taught on the case,
A hero
no
who
time to
saves the
waste
day.
when you're face to face
No. A
with
knight
the
in
evil
shining
that is
armor never
lurking,
did
but you
nothing
just
for
can't
nobody.
see
He
it.
never
Persist,
fought.
persevere,
A knight
and your problem will
invented
disappear.
straight armor.
When
Now
you're in a
that's what
bind
you
and you
want.
don't know what
You
to
want a
do,
knight in
get
shining
down
armor?
with the
Go
Drew
see
crew.
Carl. Anyway, what's with this light talk? You hardly seem like
Then they're like,
damsel in distress,
N to the
right?
A to the
True.
N. See
I'm just trying
why
to figure out what's
doesn't
going
battle
on
with her
here.
fists, but with her mind all the time when she's solving a mystery. Bad boys and girls, their history locked up, where your choices are few. A resident of a room without a view. Do the crime and it's time you will do. Another victim of the Drew crew.
Where are you going after this castle?
I don't know yet.
Way to go.
Wherever I'm needed
Thank
next.
you.
I mean, I knew
think
it was
you're
gonna
needed
happen.
here?
I'm glad I pushed
Yeah.
it.
If I'm here,
I'm glad you
What do
pushed
mean
it
by
too.
that?
you must
No, I
not
wasn't looking at the
relax.
lyrics at all.
Don't pull all of the mystery out of your life. It's
CJ.
not fun that way.
Why would you think I would cheat? I just know the song.
How did you become a storyteller?
Nah, it's a long story. What? Nothing? That was a joke. Always
Just
Americans
think I'm a
have to
Nancy
tell
Drew
everyone
fan.
making a
Come
joke.
on.
Come now. Do
You're
it
supposed to
again.
be super impressed.
Ask again.
Okay.
Do you want me to do it again for you,
Become a
CJ?
storyteller.
I think he wants you to do it again for
It's a
him.
long story.
Like a bullet from a
Jokingly.
gun.
I get it. But I'm still curious.
All right. A pity laugh.
Again.
I can
Is that
move
you
on.
saying yes
It
again,
was
or
bad times.
are
Between
you
the wars.
screaming in
I was
fear?
out with my father and my sister. We had been traveling for a long time. Very long. My sister, she was very sick
I'm
with a
sure
fever,
many,
and it
while
was raining.
hearing
She needed
Renate
a
talk
warm
about
fire
whatever,
very badly.
just decide to
My father and
interrupt
I
her
knew
by
this.
singing the Nancy Drew
Finally,
rap.
we see a fire in the distance and a group of men.
I mean, she
Like
talks
I
a
said, it was
lot.
Bad times. Everyone was very scared. And
He
very
wants you to
used
rap over the whole
fighting,
stream.
sometimes killing.
Please.
No.
Goodbye. I could see my father was afraid. He said, "Follow me. If
Up
they
next,
not
do the
laugh,
polka
you
rap."
must run." I followed him. We got to the fire. The men, they grabbed their guns. I thought, this is the
Remember
end.
all of the
My father
polka
looked
rap,
at them
to
and
be
he said,
honest.
"Gentlemen, you
I mean,
smell
I don't
bad.
blame you if you
You're
look that
ugly
one
and
up.
your mother's dress you funny."
What?
Do you want me to do the polka
I know.
rap?
Dead silence.
It's up to CJ.
Suddenly, the biggest one with a scar like this. He starts to laugh. Then they all do. Next thing, we are by the fire. My father, he tells stories all through the night. My sister, she's okay. In the morning,
Do you want her to do
Leave his
different
friends.
raps throughout the entire
and I
stream,
knew-
or
I
just the
knew I
same
wanted to be
Nancy
like
Drew
him.
rap
I
over
can
the
also
entire
do
stream?
Alligator Sky by Owl City or Hamilton, the whole show.
What song from Hamilton? The whole show. The whole show.
The what show?
The whole show. I want it to rhyme for some reason.
Are storytellers
I want
still
to
in
be
demand?
the best.
No.
There
Today, people want
was
friendly computer
to
games and
beat
big
all
budget
the
movies.
rest.
They want
Yeah,
instant gratification.
that's my
Those
class.
days
Here we
people
go.
from one
Electro,
story to another
Diglett,
for
Nidoran,
millennia.
Mankey,
Now
Venusaur,
they're
Rattata.
off.
I think he says
That must be
Rattata.
sad for
Rattata.
you.
Fearow, Pidgey, Sea,
No, I know
Jolteon,
this.
Dragonite,
You
Ghastly,
do not.
Ponyta,
It is
Vaporeon,
sad for you.
Poliwrath, Butterfree.
Butterfree.
Catch 'em, gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em
How
all.
much longer do you plan on
Pokemon.
being a storyteller?
As long as I've got teeth.
I lost my
otherwise.
place.
I think it's like I search across the
Cross
land.
the land. Yeah. Look far and wide. Release from my hand the power that's inside. Venomoth, Poliwag,
Would you
Nidorino,
like some
Golduck,
food?
Ivysaur, Grimer, Victreebel, Moltres, Nidoking, Fairfetch, Abra, Jigglypuff, Kingler, Rhyhorn, Clefable, Wigglytuff. Catch 'em, and then the girls are like, catch 'em all. Again, Pokemon.
Welcome to my world, food.
Zubat, Primate, Meowth, Onyx, Geodude, Rapidash, Magneton, Snorlax, Gengar, Tangela, Goldeen, Spearow,
Hello,
Weezing,
Nancy.
Seal, Gyarados, Slow,
Do you and Carl
bro.
get along?
No.
Why?
We're not still
Ask you. You seem
talking.
like we should get along. He's an
I-
officious bureaucrat. He's
I'm
desperate
only
to
like a
control
fifth of the
everything.
way through the
You can't trust
song.
someone like that.
You can
I'm
keep
gonna
going.
stop.
Why are you gonna
Oh.
stop?
Bye.
Bye.
I feel like I'm being boring, but I can keep going.
You're not being boring.
Okay, Kabuto, Persian, Paris,
Took her a lot of convincing.
Kadabra, Weavile, Ditto, Cloyster, Caterpie, Sandshrew, Bulbasaur,
Bulbasaur,
Charmander,
Golem,
Golem, Pikachu! At least 150 or more to see. To be a Pokemon master is my destiny. I'm laughing so hard.
I like how you
I'm
just,
trying
like,
to sing through my laughter.
I like how you almost like you. It sounded like you like shuddered through the destiny.
Because I was laughing.
Whatever happens,
Hey, Angry Koopa.
Grandma didn't do it. Legit. Probably.
Alakazam, Doduo, Venonat, Machoke, Kangaskhan, Hypno, Electabuzz, Flareon, Blastoise, Poliwhirl, Oddish, Drowsy, Raichu, Nidoqueen, Bellsprout, Starmie,
Hello?
Metapod, Marowak, Kakuna, Clefairy,
I'd like to
Dodrio,
argue with the
Seadra,
doctor again.
Foulplume, Krabby, Lickitung, Tauros, Weedle, Nidoran, Machop, Shelter, Porygon,
Be the great
Hitmonchan. Gotta catch 'em all, gotta catch 'em all.
Ursa
Gotta
Char.
catch 'em all, gotta catch 'em all.
Sigh?
Octacuno, Jinx, Nidorina, Beedrill, Haunter, Squirtle, Chance,
Pokemon.
Pokemon, Parasect, Execute, Muck, Dugong, Pidgeotto, Lapras, Vulpix, Rhydon. At least 100. They sing it again. 50 or more to see. To be a Pokemon master is my destiny. Charizard, wow, Charizard.
did that.
Machamp, Pinsir, Coughing, Dugtrio, Golbat, Staryu, Magikarp, Ninetales, Ekans, Omastar, Scyther, Tentacule, Dragon, Tentacool, Dragonair, Magmar, Sandslash, Hitmonlee, Psyduck, Arcanine, Eevee, Executor, Kabutops, Zapdos, Dratini, Growlithe, Mr. Mime, Cubone, Graveler, Voltorb, Gloom. Gotta catch 'em all, gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all, gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all, Pokemon. There we go. Charmeleon,
Wartortle.
Tentacle, Aerodactyl, Ammonite, Slowpoke, Pidgeot, Arbok.
That's all, folks.
Gotta catch them all, Pokemon. That's it. That's the Poke Rap.
Great job. I'm so
Now you
proud.
want me to do Hamilton, start to finish. Thank you for the claps, singing along with me. I laughed through Destiny and it made my voice sound like I was warbling.
It was also amusing how when you were singing Tentacool, I think it was, you're like, oh, I almost said Tentacruel. Tentacool. And then you go momentary pause to correct yourself, and then you went on.
This stream is probably going for another 10 to 40 minutes. Depending on when Tara calls it.
It's on me.
Thank you for going Pokemon at the times that were appropriate.
Oh, like
and doing
after,
the Psyduck call and stuff.
after Chansey.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Hey, Rangers.
How's it going, Rangers? Good to see you. And how you doing, Koopa? Thanks for shouting out, Koopa.
40 minutes.
I wonder what Lucas is doing with these.
Okay. Oh, what is that?
Lucas's fake legs.
Uh-huh.
Poor child, he lost his legs in the war.
Yep, that's what happened.
And he just
So-
misplaced them.
You might want to find out what that paper that Renata left in the gift shop goes to. You should just start slapping it on things.
I'll slap it on Lucas's face.
So, how did the prank go?
Pretty good. Not my best.
Are you worried about the monster?
Yeah, I think I saw it. I mean, I really did see it. But maybe not. Should I not believe in it? Do you know something about the monster?
I don't really believe in monsters. Usually it's just someone pretending.
You sound like my aunt. Always telling me that monsters aren't real.
Well, she's right.
Hi, Angel.
I can tell even she doesn't believe it.
Angel?
How are you?
Monsters aren't real.
If monsters aren't real, then why do castles exist?
Thanks for
And
shouting
suits
out
of
Angel as well.
armor, and swords. It can't all be pretend if the rest of this stuff is here.
You do have a point there.
I do? You're not supposed to keep saying that monsters are real. You're supposed to say that they're not. That's how it goes. I'm never getting to sleep tonight.
Doing alright, taking a late lunch break from homework. Understandable. You deserve a break today. I hope that you enjoy your lunch. What will you be having for lunch?
Bye, Nancy.
I'm going to have dinner when stream is over.
I will not.
Oh.
Alright, well now I gotta figure out what Renata's paper thing does. Breakfast foods. Waffles specific.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Breakfast foods are great.
Hope that you enjoy the waffles. Can we get a
And
route?
you know what?
Can we get a
You-
rousing rendition of "Do you like waffles"?
Do you like waffles? Yeah,
Yeah,
we
I
like
like
waffles.
waffles.
Do you like pancakes? Yeah, we like pancakes.
pancakes.
Do you like French toast?
Yeah,
we
we like
like French
French
toast.
toast.
Do-do-do. Can't wait to eat a mouthful.
Waffles.
We are about 50% through this game, is my guess.
This is one of the games I haven't played. Oh, I see. Hope you're doing well, Paige. Love waffle with chocolate sauce. Sounds good. I'd eat that. I don't think I've ever had it, but I'd eat it. Waffles sound great to me right now. I must be really out of it. I think it was just the fact that V and I just made waffles sound so appealing with the waffles song.
Yeah, but it also mentions pancakes and
And
French toast.
It's true.
Mm-hmm. I'm just doing a lot of singing for you today.
I mean, we have to make up for the long pauses between these episodes. I hope that your slow cooker cream corn turns out well.
Slow cookers are so great.
Well, I really gotta figure out what this goes to. And I'm just trying to think of what it would.
What do you think it is?
Paper.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is used with something else. But, you have many options of things. So, when you hold it up, you can see through it, obviously. So I would say, wander around and hold it up to things that may give you potential clues behind it. Exactly, Angel. Exactly. I'm a great coach. Found a glass thing.
I did find a glass thing. Also, because I want to lose. I gotcha. I understand. I appreciate you giving the lurk. Oh, I already did that. I'm sure I've seen something like that before. The piece of paper that you mentioned, or that I'm supposed to find out where it goes to, but my mind's just blanking on what it did before, so I'm just trying to think it through.
That's okay. No
Hey.
worries.
Hey Brooke, how's it going? How was your read stream? Oops.
I wonder if you have all of the glass things for this.
I don't even remember how many glass things I picked up.
Hang on, I'm checking all the colors. Oh, you backed away, never mind. That's fine.
I opened it again, just so you can see
Okay.
if I can.
Whatever. I think you can do this puzzle now.
Yay! Whatever.
If you want.
I mean, I might as well.
So this is just a layering puzzle. You can right click to rotate them.
Oh.
And you have to layer them in the correct order as well as place them correctly, and that's how you do it.
I gotcha.
You just follow the guide. If we listen to each other's thought, you find you'll probably figure out where to put the pieces. And maybe love is the reason why. You're welcome for the shout out, ladies.
Yes, thank you for shouting them out. I appreciate it. You the best. I can't tell what one of those colors are.
The one in the middle is the red. It's just difficult to see it.
Okay. Dang, that looks like it's underneath most of them, except for the light blue one.
Oh, thank you, Rangers. And if you want, what you can do is you can place something on the board and then click the other tiles to put them on top.
Oh.
Just as like a tip.
I see. Nancy, put it underneath. I want to put it underneath, Nancy. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm just gonna read what I missed in the chat.
I think that's what it is supposed to do. Like if you put the red one down and then click on the blue and orange, it doesn't go on top.
I'll try it in a second. I'm looking at the chat that I missed.
Oh, okay.
Went very well. You finished the book tomorrow morning. That's awesome. Doing well, taking a break from homework. Only approximate hour left of short essay answer. Nice. About to hop into some homework. I hope your homework goes well as well. Chance. Understand the homework struggles. Be that way. Record companies will be fighting over your singing talent. That's true. V is very talented at singing. Most of the answers to my questions are my opinion, mixed in with stuff I learned this week. That's nice. That's research methods in criminal justice. Boo, research methods. Sounds scary. It's supposed to be annoying. Yay, I like to hear that. Say all these things. Such crunchy sounds. Crunchy. Oh, that sounds like fun. Okay, so if I put this here, I can
Hopefully it works like I think it does.
I can pick it up and then just put it back on top, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay.
But that way you don't like lose track of like where exactly it goes. It's just kind of easier, I feel, sometimes to build it like that.
Gotcha. Oh, dang. Is that dark purple underneath the red? It kind of looks that way.
It is, yeah.
Oh, dang.
in my head.
What's that?
I have I2I stuck in my head.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, there definitely could be worse songs stuck in my head.
I agree. Oh, okay, cool, it worked.
I better take this with me.
I did it.
You did. Got one of the rotors.
Yay! Eye to eye. I read this earlier, don't need to read it again. Hey Mystic, how's it going? Good to see you.
Mystic.
Hope you are well. Nancy Drew.
Haven't done that. Still have to do that.
Did you want to go all the way to 5 o'clock for your
Did
time?
that.
We could, I think.
Okay.
Haven't done that.
Oh.
You could go jump down the well.
Yay, that sounds like a fun time.
I mean, what fun time does not involve well jumping?
No fun times.
Hey. True. Hey, Joni.
Howdy, Joni. Hope you're well. Drop it down there, Nancy. It's fine. Do I click somewhere on the well?
You can send your light down by hooking it on the hook.
Oh, gotcha.
Wait, what's that?
And then for some reason, Nancy's like, okay, now
I bet
I can
all
jump
the edges
down.
that are touching need to match up.
What? All the edges that are touching need to match up.
The best way that I can describe this is it's like complicated dominoes. You know, where like 5 has to touch 5 and so on and so forth.
I get you, I think. So like all the rings have to touch each other?
Yeah, so like a ring touches a ring, a crown touches a crown, etc., etc.
I get you. This spell took me forever. Uh-oh. That means
This one
it'll take me
can be
forever.
pretty tricky.
I guess I can't move that top left one, huh?
Yeah, I think there's like 1 or 2 that you can't move. So you might want to start there and like build off of that one. Good night, Rangers.
Have a good one, Rangers. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Hmm.
You're doing great.
Am I? Because I feel like I'm not getting anywhere.
You got this.
Ah, boy. I am not comprehending it.
Yeah, it's definitely a bit tricky.
Some puzzles require a while of not getting anywhere. First, so yay for jumping straight into that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of those puzzles that's basically all process of elimination.
I kind of hate the controls for it too, because I want to turn it and she'll pick it up.
Oh, yeah.
Otters and hot. Oh no, I was bad with the autos.
Yeah, I don't know if they're otters or weasels or what.
You were no, I wasn't. I took forever. Just like I'm gonna take forever with this.
You're pretty close.
Am I though?
Me, I'm getting a phone call.
Be safe.
Hello?
Oh, we can't go there because there's no purple flower on it. In fact, there are very few purple flowers, so that's helpful. Let's try it up here. That can't be right. It's another silver thing. Well, it's not poison in case V phone call requires stat. Understandably. Okay, let's try that there. Then we'll need a crown. A crown next to a ring. Do we have that? Yes, we do.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
My mom was asking me if I want to come meet her and Dad for dinner when we're done with our stream. I said, sure.
That's pleasant. I solved the mystery. I mean, the puzzle.
Mystery. I was like,
I'm
whoa.
gonna take that stone tile with me.
Good
I don't
job.
want anyone following me through.
Thanks. I just had to figure out one important little detail, then it all came together.
Yeah, you can relax your knife. Everything's fine.
I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind. I can
Money on my mind. I ain't never give it up.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Nice puzzle. Thanks.
A map of the passages. This should come in handy.
Yeah, if I understood it. This isn't a very good well.
There's like no water down here.
I guess it's a passageway in the well itself, though, so.
This looks like the other code, but the pictures are different.
I have gone entire playthroughs without finding that little map. That map is very helpful.
I found it by accident.
You did good.
Oh,
Good job.
I'm sorry. I meant to say. I'm glad I did some nice pizzling.
You are a pizzle master.
Clearly. I'm not picking up on what any of these symbols are. Oh well, guess I'll just wander around aimlessly till I find something. A shield might be helpful to know about. There it is. I see the shield.
I just feel like, why would you not pick that up and take it with you? That could be very, very helpful.
What?
That shield.
What would it be helpful with?
To protect you.
Against the monster?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is there a specific way I'm supposed to exit, or does it matter, or...
Any of the arrows go up.
Okay,
So if you find one of those arrows, it'll take you out somewhere.
gotcha. Did I find what I needed to down here? I don't even know.
You'll come down here often.
Oh, great. I found a cell, or something.
You found your way to the dungeon.
Hooray.
This looks like it's about the legend, and there are letters in the corner.
Door slammed shut, plunging into the darkness. She had evaded the monster at the well. For now, the girl fumbled for her tinderbox. In her panic, she could not get her shaky hands to behave. Finally, a spark caught, and the torch sputtered and eventually burned brightly. Shivering, soaked, and fatigued from her ordeal, she began to stumble forward. To her surprise, the dank passage was familiar. Her father had recently led her through them in anticipation of the new duties she would be taking on. The same day he had given her the necklace. Taking a deep breath, she pulled out the map he had given her, hoping that the water hadn't destroyed it. The exits were still clearly visible. It was time to make her escape. One could easily become lost in the maze of dark tunnels, or they can just wander around aimlessly. Who needs map when you got endless wandering? Time to wander around aimlessly.
So I would like look at everything you can here in the dungeon.
Dungeon?
The dungeon?
The dungeon, don't you know?
We in the dungeon?
Looks like something could fit in here.
They put all the bad children.
Dungeon? Dungeon. Let's get Lucas down here.
Okay.
I don't think I have what I need to go there.
Nope.
Yay! And over here are some bricks. And over there are some bricks.
Yay, brick!
Wandering aimlessly hype. It's not the first time I've said that. Oh, I know. Because that's often my solution. I'm pretty sure I said that multiple times when I was playing the typing game with the fox.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm always tired. Why it be like this? Oh, because you always want the naps. And naps are great.
What's that?
Naps are
That
great.
looks like some sort of trapdoor. That's done. That's done. Still have to do that. Did that. Haven't done that.
I think you've looked at everything in the dungeon you need to.
I think so. So I exit the dungeon.
Nice!
Exit the gungeon.
No death.
No death?
Death in the dungeon. That's exciting. No dead bones or nothing.
Oh, yeah, it is disappointing. You're right. The corn is now cooking. Hooray! That's why it's so important to get my seal of approval. Ha, we made a similar joke.
We see bones in Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon. I don't think that's considered a dungeon, though.
What do you want?
True.
Do you do a lot of traveling?
Yes.
What's your favorite thing about traveling?
These days,
Hey.
less and less. Since I've been a little girl, the world has decided to spend each day
We did
forgetting
some
what makes
puzzles.
it special.
We did some
What does
snooping.
that mean?
We did more lots of talking.
From town to town, each
Yeah,
place
we
would be
did.
different. You'd never know
We
what
did
you were
some
going
singing.
to find over the next turn.
I did.
Now it's all the same.
Some rapping.
Now you just wonder, will the fast food place be on the left side or the right side of the street? I feel bad for you,
Renata's gonna
generation.
talk for
There's
another
less to
5
explore.
minutes.
Seems
I
that
still
way.
think there's a lot to see.
There is, but there is also less. What you think of as wild now is nothing. Too many people want to tame this world, and too many people think that
She
they have.
hot glued the
What do you mean?
coins to her
The world is
dress.
a dangerous place.
That's why she's
It will
named
always
Rabate.
be. Your grandparents
Or
and
Rebate.
parents spent their lives rounding the sharp corners off of the world to make it safer. But all that they've done is make the world uniform and boring. It is still just as cruel and deadly.
I agree with your cynical outlook, old lady.
I agree.
Okay, cool.
I'll
I'm
let
glad
you
I
go.
agree with her
Bye.
and she just
Bye.
lets me leave. Magic and hot glue, like V said. It was my only joke today and it was usurped. I'm sorry. Was not my intention. I just had to say it as well. I was compelled. I'm honored to have made the same joke as a clever fella like CJ would make. Totally lost.
Think of what to do.
Check. Haven't done that.
Did I do all the things I'm supposed to do in Carl's office when he's gone? Because it doesn't let me check it off.
No. Oh, there's still something else that you can do, but I don't think you have what you need.
Okay.
I wish I remembered this game better.
Aimless wandering, aimless wandering. A code. I know I have those random pieces of papers with codes on them, but I don't know how to decipher
Yeah.
them.
I think we need to find the last rotor, but I don't remember where the last one is. Okay, we need to figure out where to use that piece of paper that Renata left in the gift shop.
Oh.
Which that paper will, when you use it with what it goes with, it will give you a message.
I see.
They just put your postcard in your dresser
That's right. That's what I need to
because
do.
Nancy couldn't be bothered to carry that around, but she can carry shears in her pocket.
Well, yeah.
Yes, Christy, we got that one.
It's like, you know, how sometimes some people go to conventions and they buy a whole bunch of stuff and then tell other people to carry it for them, but then they can't be
Yeah.
bothered to get a sticker because it's too much to carry.
Yeah. Do you want a more direct hint?
I just don't know how I'll know. Clearly, it's this
I have to translate that.
the stair sign. That's what I put it up against.
That's it.
Danger, stairs ahead. I knew it.
That's what I'm trying to do right now, Tristy.
What am I doing here? No, stop looking at Lucas's fake legs. Danger, shower
Danger,
head.
shower head. Showers are dangerous. You could slip.
Also, slippery when wet. Do, 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 do. Well, don't think it's in the gift shop, but it could be.
Yeah, that's why I asked Tara if he wanted a more direct hint or not, because I'm going to let him decide.
Man, I keep wandering around the same location.
That one corner.
Then I'll just go up some more stairs. Your hint is play raid for fun, of course. That's right, Lucas's legs from the war. Truly tragic. I think I can say that might be a hint, might be the same as telling. It might be useless, but in memory. I do have useless memory. Two, three, four. Can I have a little more? Guess I could just mull this over, because we're gonna have to call it here soon.
Yeah, I'm going to go meet my parents for dinner, and then you got family stuff.
Yeah. Oh, it's tantalizing to me because there's a door right here, but I can't go into it ever. She just ignores it.
Oh yeah, I'm assuming it's like some sort of storage closet, but you'd think you'd be able to walk into it.
Why even have it there? No, Nancy, I don't want to go down the well. Do, 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 do,
Thank you.
do, 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 do. Let's go bother the neighbors. Tell me what these things mean. Tell me.
Hey, Nancy.
What's up with all of the signs everywhere?
Oh, yeah, those are weird, right?
Who put them up?
Carl. He's always so worried about everything. They used to be funnier, but then they made him change them.
What were the old signs like?
Oh, they were great. It was like, warning, stairs, falling may occur. Or, avoid chucking hazard. Use the buddy system at dinner.
What happened to the signs?
Someone made him take them down.
You seem to know a lot about what happens in the castle.
Totally. Oh, do you want to hear a secret?
Sure.
Carl has a bunch of love letters in his desk. You've got to see them. They are really funny.
Secret.
I'll let you go. Bye.
See you later.
People you guys live. Like reminders to have a buddy at dinner. It's helpful. It's nice. Alright.
I can't figure out how old Lucas is. I think when we get back to this, remember when V rapped? Yeah. Remember? 8? Okay. When we get back to this, we will figure out what that piece of paper is for.
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
But anyway, that'll be the end of this one today. I hope everybody that came by enjoyed it. I appreciate you all so much. Thanks to V for joining me for this.
Thanks for letting me be here and rap and stuff.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for gracing us with your raps and such.
It was an honor.
It's always an honor to have you along. And thank you all so much for coming out and hanging out. Be good to yourselves and others. And take care of yourselves. Be safe. Stay healthy.
Oh, we are the boys of chorus. We hope you like our show. We know you're rooting for us, but now we have to go.
Have a good one, everybody. See ya next time, whenever that may be.
See you